In order to keep track of your annotations, your sources, and your notes, we're going to show you a couple of steps that'll make this process really easy and probably really useful for you in college and the future. So here's one of the articles that we said was a really great source if we were potentially reading The Hate U Give. It's The Long, Painful History of Police Brutality. We're going to first begin by copying and pasting the link and opening up a Google Doc. We're going to label this Google Doc annotations, and we're going to start taking notes digitally. Just want to make sure I did it right. And here's our link. You're reading, you find something that you consider to be important, and you want to use it in your article. You're going to go ahead and copy it. Go back to your annotations and paste it. Now, this is the step that I think is really important. We want you to go ahead and highlight within it and comment. You know, this is a really powerful quotation from Martin Luther King. And wouldn't this make potentially a really great attention getter for our essay in our introduction? So I'm going to label it as that so that when I come back to this document, I know exactly why I potentially may have used it. Now, although I say it's an attention getter now, that doesn't mean that I might not find it useful in another place within my essay. Then I'm going to go back, continue reading. I found another quotation. This is from actually President Johnson and his response to police brutality. And as you hear, he actually rejects some of the steps that could have been taken. So if I'm looking at this and I'm creating a subtopic, maybe the subtopic is the political involvement that sort of lent itself to police brutality still existing in, modern times. So again, I'm going to copy. I'm going to go back to my article. I'm going to paste it, and then I'm going to label this particular one as political involvement. And then I'm going to continue to do this for each or every part that I believe potentially might be useful. As I read the article and I go on, you'll see that Philando Castile is mentioned, and this happened very recently, and that is a direct connection to the events that take place in the novel Let's Star. So you're getting history in this article, you're getting direct connections to the characters, and maybe potentially for your introduction. So again, I'm going to copy, I'm going to paste it, and then I'm going to label this as connecting to the character Star.
This could be a great connection if you were looking at how Star became like an activist for the movement and how that was taking a step towards, I don't want to say solving the problem, but finding a voice within the community and, making a positive step towards something after that. I think that this is the exact same thing as annotating on a piece of paper, but we're just annotating online instead. So these are the types of things you'd be writing as you were printing out your articles. We highly encourage you to do that if that's what you'd like to do. But we think that this is kind of like more the way that we think. So maybe that this would work for you guys as well.